Stephen Morales here, and today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 supplements that everybody should be taking, or at least consider taking, for the new year. Now, I do want to clarify that if you're going to be taking supplements, you should have a well-rounded, balanced diet, okay? We're not trying to replace or take away anything, and you want to use supplements very cautiously. That way you're not just relying solely on supplements to get all of your nutrients that you should be getting from natural foods. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into number 1.
First up, we have Maka, which is an adaptogenic herb that helps the body adapt to stress. It provides hormone precursors. It's good for people with hyperthyroidism, low progesterone, or testosterone. It increases libido, and it's packed full of vitamins and minerals. Now, this isn't a complete protein, but it does have a ton of amino acids in it. And I personally use it to help increase my testosterone, and it helps with my recovery from my workouts. I personally recommend the Health Force brand. They have an amazing lineup, and we'll actually be coming back to one of their supplements later on in this list. Up next, we have a pre-workout. Now, for this, I'm going to actually recommend my favorite brand, which is the Gym brand, and their pre-gym. This is actually Jim Stepani's brand, and with this, he has his PhD in sports medicine. He's done clinical trials, so all of the stuff that he's put in here actually has science to back it up. There's complete transparency. There are no proprietary blends. He's telling you exactly what's in there. You can go to his website. You can actually see the research behind why he's chosen what he's chosen to put in the product, and the actual doses, so that they're actually doses that are effective, and they're not just kind of dusting it with small amounts of certain products so that he can just say that it's in there. So I definitely recommend not only the pre-gym but the whole gym lineup. Let's move on to number 3. Next up, we have Vindicate, which is a branched chain amino acid supplement from Dynamic Muscle, which is Kai Green's brand. With this one, I like it because it actually has vitamins and minerals in it, so you're kind of getting like a multivitamin with your branched chain amino acids, so it's 2 for 1 almost with the product. Now, with branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs, the hepatic system or the liver doesn't actually take up those amino acids. They go directly to the muscle, keeping it fed. So that's one of the benefits and why I'm an advocate for people taking their BCAAs. I think Kai Green has really knocked it out of the park with his supplement line. I love everything that they have to offer. I've done a video review for both Vindicate and Savage Roar, which is his pre-workout. I've also done a video review for the pre and post gym and the protein gym, Pro Gym, so you can check that out on my YouTube channel also. Next, we have greens, and I'm going to personally recommend Vitamineral Greens from Health Force. Health Force is the brand that I mentioned earlier with the Maka. Now, I've done a video review for Vitamineral Greens, so you can look on my YouTube channel for that one also, where I go more in depth with everything that is in this product. One of the things I want to point out when you're looking for any type of green, and the reason we supplement with a greens product is because we're typically not eating as much as we should, so it's a way to condense a lot of that. Now, with this, I want to point out the spirulina and chlorella. We have about 3.7 grams, and that's a combination of both of those, okay? Spirulina is the most protein-dense food on the planet that we know of, with about 65 to 75% of its weight being protein. Chlorella has the most chlorophyll of any food that we know of on the planet, and with chlorophyll, it's the part of the plant that actually absorbs the sun, the UV light, and converts it into energy. Now, with this, in the center of it is magnesium. It's a heme group, just like your hemoglobin, okay? Now, with our blood, there's iron in the middle of that. With this chlorophyll heme group, there's magnesium, which is a mineral that most people are deficient in. Both of these things are extremely good for you. I mean, they both have tons of vitamins, minerals, they're both complete proteins, they have tons of amino acids in them. But you need an appropriate dose. Most of the products that you're actually going to see at the store are going to have 100 to 500 milligrams of it, right? Not 3.7 grams of it. With that, they're going to charge you a premium price, and you're not actually getting the huge dose that you need for it to be effective. So they claim the health benefits of the product, but they don't tell you that you actually need to be taking a couple grams to achieve that. So my personal recommendation is for the Health Force Vitamineral Greens, but if you're going to go with another product, just make sure you're paying attention to what's on the label, what they're putting in it, and that it's an appropriate dose, and that you're not actually buying an empty product where there's only 50 milligrams of this, 50 milligrams of that, and there's a really short and small amount of these things because essentially they're ripping you off. Last on the list, we have vitamin D. And with vitamin D, a lot of people are actually deficient in it, they just don't know it. Now, you can get this tested at the doctor's office, and with this, a lot of people are recommending that they supplement with it. I personally think if you can and you're in a place where you can actually get a lot of sun, do that as much as you can. It only takes about 15 minutes of being exposed out in the sun for you to get your daily recommended allowance of vitamin D, but a lot of people aren't out in the sun anymore. This actually is because of our modern lifestyles where we're sitting in and we have desk jobs and we're sitting at home and we're not actually getting exposed to that UV light anymore. So with that, a lot of people are supplementing, which is fine. Just make sure that you're taking about 1,000 international units or IUs a day to get the proper amount. They've actually upped it. It used to be, I think it was 400 international units was the recommended daily allowance. They upped that to 600 because a lot of people weren't getting quite enough. And with this, you have to keep in mind that when they say a recommended daily allowance, that is to prevent a deficiency. That isn't for optimal health. That's just to prevent a deficiency where you're having problems with that, right? Vitamin D is going to help with your bone density, because if you're not getting enough vitamin D, you're not going to uptake the proper amount of calcium that you need to. So it's going to help with that. It's a precursor to a lot of hormones in your body. So if you're deficient in vitamin D, a lot of times it'll affect your hormone levels. So like I said, make sure that you're going to get this checked and that you're at the appropriate levels, because a lot of people will actually experience tiredness, right? They'll have lack of energy because their vitamin D levels are super low. And I want to end with this. I'm not a doctor. I have my degree in nutrition, but I'm not a doctor. So when you're going to do or tinker with any of this stuff, please consult your doctor first. Please do your own research. Go onto pubmed.com, type in any of these things that you're seeing here, and you can actually find tons of scientific research to either prove or disprove whatever your position is with it, but just to gain knowledge also. So if there's any that I missed, I want you guys to comment, let me know. If there's anything that you think is wrong that is on this list, also please let me know. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button below so that you can see more of these videos that I'm going to be pumping out this year. Thanks again for watching.